Oh shoot, see, we can't. Can you record on the cloud? I don't think I have any room.
How machine you have tons of room? Tons of room on the computer.
Audio conference by computer. This one says your computer is just audio. Oh, so it's recording.
You say recording?
I did to my computer. So let's see if it works. Can you guys hear me? I'll have to
You'll
do that.
hear it. This one here.
Okay. We set up the Zoom on both computers, but this, because I set up the meeting, we like to do this kind of thing on Kent's computer. So we're just gonna hope it records. If not, we're gonna be doing this like 5 more times.
Okay.
Where did Cheryl go? Is she running?
She dropped off. She was on a second ago.
Oh no. Because this would be good for Cheryl too. Okay.
All right. So what we're going to do is take and work out some real world examples here.
This is gonna be so fun.
Who do we want to start with?
Let's do Lee. Lee, you want to try? We can use you. Woo woo.
Okay. Can you unmute yourself?
You get to unmute yourself so we can talk. That's the beautiful thing of Zoom.
Hi.
Hi. What time is it there? I know I already asked you that, but
30 a.m.
What time?
8:30 in
8:30.
the morning.
Oh, that's not too bad. Can you turn the volume down?
I'll just mute it.
Yeah, you can. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Okay, give us just a second. Okay, I think that's it.
Be right back.
Okay. No, we
Nope.
still have an echo.
I know, I'm trying. Here it is. There.
Okay. All right, good. All right. Now, so Lee,
Hey, where do you want to go?
Mark is on.
Anywhere. I'll aim for anywhere.
Well, that's a start. You're going to be so easy.
okay, so you want
Hi,
to do
Debbie.
that part and I'll plug in the numbers.
Oh, okay, sure. All right, right on.
So what's your current title, Lee?
Lead.
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 Okay. Okay. And let's, oh, go ahead.
What part are you wanting me to do?
Well,
this
we
part.
just got to fill out the worksheet. So,
Okay, so in August, what do you predict? And those of you who are watching right now, hopefully you have some kind of incentive tracker in front of you to do the same thing with your numbers. And we'll do this with 2 of you, and the rest of you will be able to replay this and go back and work it. And by golly, ask us, ask your director, ask your superstar director. A lot of people can do it. The key is a lot we do it. You gotta try breaking it down because you're gonna die when you see how achievable it is once you break it down. So Lee, you're a lead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, sorry.
okay. So we're using the worksheet. It's a spreadsheet that is on Team Talk. So it plugs in and calculates the totals for you. If you're not a spreadsheet person, there's a worksheet out there, one like this on Team Talk. Another PDF version of the one you see on your screen is out there that you can fill out by hand.
So many choices.
And there's a third one also, which is a completely different format of how to break it down that you can look at, and maybe that'll help you have an idea as well. But all of it's based on the requirements sheet. It's also been uploaded to Team Talk, and it spells out what you get points for, which will help you understand how it points into our worksheet to determine how many points we're going to be getting as we build out our worksheet for earning the incentive trip.
One thing that would be helpful is if you'll mute yourself, unless you're Lee, because Lee, we're going to be yakking at you because then we pick up all of the background noises. And then when you go hear the recording, you're going to go, oh my gosh. So keep in mind, you guys, that how we're tracking it right now is based on the requirements that Sensi has submitted. And those of you who are interested, our SOAR to Success Incentive Training Group throughout the 6-month period, simply by submitting any form of an incentive trip tracker filled out.
It shows us how you're going to earn it. That way we know everybody's on the same page of knowing what the requirements are for earning it and have a game plan, at least an initial game plan, to get that started.
SOAR stands for, how do you mute him? Hey, Debbie, can you mute yourself, please? I tried to do it, but I can't administer on his.
How's that?
Nope, we can still hear you. We hear you. We hear the background, actually. Ooh. Okay, I can do it. All right, so SOAR stands for Simple Ordinary Activities Repeated. Not kidding. You guys, that's what it takes to soar to success, is doing the simple, ordinary activities over and over, meaning you're consistent, and then teaching or training your team members to do that. So so we'll go for Lee. We're going to break it down. In August, how many points do you believe, and this is so perfect why we say points, those of you who are in Region 1, because Region 2 and 3 don't have dollar per PRV, right, Lee? So here's the guarantee. When I ask you, how many PRV points do you believe you are going to knock out of the park in August? What would that be?
700 this time.
700 for August, okay.
Yep.
All right. How about for September?
September. Yep. I'll go 700 again, being the new catalogue.
That's right. Okay, so good point. So as we're going through each month, let's talk about what we have going on. So we have an off month. Remember, we have the brand new catalog.
Okay.
Ken's muted. Can't hear him, he's muted. Everyone's muted but me.
Okay, how about me? Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Okay, all right, good. We got rid of the background noise. Okay, excellent. All right, so 10% off in August, you're gonna do 700. September, we have the new catalog. What are October and November?
Oh, I'll just go for the 500.
Okay, so typically October and November are our two biggest selling months. Why? Because people are buying for themselves and buying for other people for the holidays, for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then also, I think, what do we get? We have the holiday collection comes out, right?
In September.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The harvest. You guys have what's your
Just Christmas.
Just Christmas. You won't have like a spring summer collection?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So November?
Okay, I'll go 800 for November.
Okay.
That's pushing myself.
Okay.
Stretchy pants.
That's the idea. And December?
5. I reckon it'll slow down.
Okay. So December, when you're projecting your points, remember we, at least in Region 1, shipping for Christmas gifts ends usually around December 18th, 17th, or 18th, depending on the year. So,
what is yours, Lee? About?
I think it might be around the 14th, couple of weeks before Christmas.
And Lee, have you ever earned a Sensi incentive?
No.
Oh, so you are striving to soar for your first one.
Yes.
Oh my God, you're going to do it because you're not alone. We're going to be there for you, all of us on here.
I watched all the videos and I don't want to miss the next one.
Yay. She's good with this.
Okay, so and then in January?
500. It's normally pretty slow in January here.
Okay, all right. So the next criteria we earn incentive points for is PRB consistency. So can someone chime in on how that works and how many points we can earn? Just unmute yourself.
Unmute. There's a little microphone on the lower bottom of your...
Lee, unless you know what that is.
I think it's if you're consistent with what you earn for those months, you'll get the extra points. So if you go on 500, if you get 500 for 5 of the 6 months,
right,
you'll get the extra points. Is that right?
That's right. You get how many points?
2,500.
Correct. So will you have earned that?
I hope I will have.
No, you absolutely
Of course
will.
I'm going to.
Based on these numbers, you will earn that. So you
mindset, we're growth mindset.
I will do it.
You will actually earn that in December if you do those numbers you're projecting.
Just from your projections, you're going to see, and you didn't even realize, or did you realize that you were trying to go for consistency points when you were projecting your PRB just now?
No.
See? All right. Bada boom.
Okay, so you would earn that in December. If you had 1 month that was under 500, then you would earn those 2,500 points in January. Okay. All right, now the next criteria for earning points is related to sponsoring, having inactive team members come back. And yeah,
okay.
So we're on page 2 of the requirements. If you're
on the FAQ,
if you're following along at all, so any frontline consultant who promotes to certified consultant for the first time during the qualification period of August 1st through January 31st, you get 500 points per new consultant. Okay? So this could be a frontline that you have now, who has never been certified before and reaches certified during the period, or somebody new that you sponsored.
So you could have, okay, so now Lee, we're going to do the same thing here. For how many do you think for August, September, okay? And this also, you guys, includes anyone who gets reinstated as long as they've never been certified. So if you would reinstate someone that has been with Cincy in the past, which is free for them to come back, and they get certified for the first time in their Cincy career during August 1st through January 31st, then you would get 500 points for each of them. So that's why it's so powerful that you contact consultant support and ask them for the list of any of your frontline who have ever gone inactive, because only you can get your frontline. We can't get it for you. We can only get ours. You can only get yours. And then they'll send it to you for you to contact.
They'll send you their contact information, and then you can follow up with them and see if they want to come back to Cincy. And if they've never been certified before and they do this fall during the incentive period, then boom, you get 500 points.
And if they've already gotten certified, you know what? They're still going to be great adding to your GWV, your TWV. Right. They still make a difference. They still matter. They still matter from your developing your business. And they matter also for the potential of rank advancement points, which we'll talk about here in a second as well. Okay, so Lee, give us some idea of what you think you're going to do sponsoring-wise, and or if you have any reinstated consultants or anybody like that that might come into play here for earning incentive points.
Okay, so I have nobody in August. But I'm hoping, I'm hoping that I get someone in order so it'll be certified in September.
Okay, very nice.
So you think one by September should get certified, somebody?
Well, I'm hoping to sponsor somebody this month, so they should be certified next month.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yep.
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 So let's also look at the next category down, because for any
frontline that is active, do you remember what active? Everybody, active is what?
Have to have, well, it's 200 PRB here.
Yep,
right, here
200 PRB. So the next one is, this is fun too, bonus. For every month that you help your team member stay active, meaning they do one party's worth basically a month, you're going to get $100 per person.
100 points.
I mean $100. Ha, the English. 100 points per person per month.
So let's say in your case, Lee, that you sponsor somebody in August.
This month,
This
and they
month,
get active.
and they do their launch party, and they do over 200 in that. You would get 100 points for them for that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would get another 100 points in September if they did another 200 in September from that one.
Which they will, because you just said they're going to get certified. So
Right.
they have.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So then if they were to certify, you would get 500 plus the 100 if that happened in September. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What else you got?
Well, I already have 2 frontline now, so that'll possibly be 300.
Have these
They
frontline,
work
are they certified consultants?
Yes.
Okay. First join my sponsor. You will earn sponsor.
So the points are only if they became frontline within this time period, unless they were
Right.
certified for the first time. So if you already have frontline that are on your team and they're already certified, we don't get 100 points for those.
Okay.
Okay. So what you want to be pondering right here is how many people do you believe that you could sponsor in September and or October and or November? And what we want us all to be thinking when we're making these projections is, when's the best time to sponsor somebody during the incentive period? When do you think is the best time?
Now, like August and September.
Why, Jennifer?
That way you can get the 100 points for each month. So 100 points in August. If they do 200 in each month for the 6 months, you'll get 600 extra points. Am I explaining it right?
Yeah, so earlier is better for that, for sure.
So you can double dip with them, because the sooner they get certified, the sooner you sponsor them, the sooner they can get certified. And we want to get everyone sponsored on board before the November boom if we can, because you're going to set them up for success to get certified right out of the chute. And the statistics show those who get certified within their first 3 months tend to hit director within their first year. I didn't make that up. That's a Cincy thing. So why not do it now during the holiday boom? Because then they're going to be more likely bitten by the Cincy bug to keep going, even when we have the down J months, etc.
Okay, so this green line here, this is, according to the requirements, 100 points per active month per newly sponsored frontline consultants. So in your case, it wouldn't be the 2 frontline you already have. Okay, just be for the new one. Okay, so what else do you see for us from sponsoring coming up, and then we can add more points down here in these as well.
Oh, I would like to have another 2.
Another 2, okay. So let's say maybe in November you get another one who gets to certified.
Mm-hmm.
December another one, something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so, and this is why this is so fun for us. We'll probably end up doing this a good 25, 30 times, just because we'll do it individually. We do it with different groups and leaders, which is kind of fun, Lee, because we have one whether it's going to happen in Australia, we have one that's going to happen in Alabama, we have one that's going to happen in California, and that director is having a social, like a pizza meeting, where everybody comes to that person's house. They have this computer and Zoom up on a big screen, so Jen could do this too if it was feasible for people in your area, or Nicole. And we walk somebody through it on your team so they all get the idea. And my point is that we learn something new every time we get these new ideas. So here's what I'm reading right now. It said for all frontline who first joined during the period, they get the 100. I don't know if that means the reinstates.
So in the note down here, it says you will earn sponsoring points from reinstated, restored, and rolled up frontline consultants who reach certified for the first time during the qualification period. Reinstated, restored, and rolled up frontline are not eligible for the monthly active points. So these are all.
So they don't get the 100 for reinstates.
Reinstates.
Only your brand new teamies get the reinstate 100. Did you guys follow that? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so these are all new. So you have 3 new ones.
So that's 3
So
teamies who can get at least 100.
let's say this one you sponsor in August does 200 more in October. That's a good month. And she just needs a party to do that.
So how many points would you get in November?
200.
Or the front active? 200?
Yeah, if they
How
both
come? Why?
do their 200 PRV.
Yes.
Excellent. And in December, how many? How many in December?
300.
Yep.
Because all 3 of them got active. And then how many of them are you going to help get active in January?
All of them.
Atta girl. All right. Okay.
Whoa, okay.
So there's that part of it.
There's that row.
Okay, now.
Personal sensational start. None of us on here right now that I can see will get that sensational start points because we're only new once, and this is for your first 70 days. So this section, when you sponsor these new people, Lee, that you've talked to, these are the people you want to get fired up about going to either SFR or is your region Switzerland or New Zealand?
New Zealand.
So getting them fired up about earning that free trip because they get those points. And this is what I like to tell them. Nobody else but brand new team members have an opportunity to earn these personal sensational start points. You can do it.
Okay, so this is for those brand new people. So like this one you sponsored in August, if that happened to be a rock star who wanted to earn the incentive trip, they can earn points there.
They can.
Okay. Yep.
Where we earn points is on the next one, column down, because we're already existing consultants beyond our sensational start period.
So they're going to reward us for working with them to hit their sensational starts, right?
Okay. So you have 3 of them. Where do you want to put? How many points do you want to put in here for whether they do sensational start level 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. So this is a challenge for you as their sponsor. Is realistically, how well during this time of year do you think you're going to be able to work with them and guide them to hit sensational start level? Do you think you're going to help them hit 1, 2, or 3? And then we can tell you the points if you don't have it in front of you.
We'll start with level 1.
Okay. So you're gonna have 3. You're gonna have 3 of them. So what?
Yep.
Make your best guess. Maybe 1 does level 1.
Yep.
2 do level 1 and 1 does level 2, or is?
Yep. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
which is great because then you can go up from there, right?
Yep.
So if the 2 that get sensational start level 2, you get 500 each for them.
Level 2.
Okay.
Level
The 1 that hits the level 2 that you just said, you'll get 1,000. So you can put 2 at level 1. Not there. In the blue. Sorry. Those.
Yeah.
Green.
I'm just going to do the total.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as you understand, we're just going to put the total. Okay.
Yep.
So 3 of them. So 2 of them at level 1. That's 500. That's 1,000 points. Plus 1 at level 2. So it's a total, which is 1,000 points. So that's a total of 2,000 points you would get.
Okay.
If you did that, right?
For helping your brand newbies within their 70-day window hit level 1 or 2 is what you went for. Okay.
Now,
Okay, so I have a question.
yeah.
So if they're at level 1, you have 3 at level 1, so that would be 1,500, and then level 2 would be 1,000.
Yeah, no, it's not. You don't add it on top. It's whatever they earn. So if they earn level 2, you get the 1,000 points. They earn level 1, you get 500 points.
It's not cumulative. Is that what you're asking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good question.
Great question. Now, if all 3 of those turn out to be rock stars, which we never know when we sponsor them sometimes, then and they all earned level 3, that would be 6,000 points. So you can see how there are more points. See all the points that are available here for us from sponsoring 3 people, them staying active each month, and then them hitting different sensational start levels. Okay. All right. So now let's talk personal promotion points. So Lee,
Lee, what is going to happen?
You're currently a lead.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're going to add 3 more people to your group. So what do you think you might personally promote to rank advancement wise?
I'm not sure. I haven't got paperwork in front of me. Can't remember what comes after lead. That's bad.
STAR.
So STAR is
Ah,
neat.
that's it.
Okay.
Which, if you're sponsoring that many and you're helping them get certified, you're gonna rank advance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So does anyone on here, so this would be with Debbie, Jennifer, or Nicole, do any of you know what is the requirement for a STAR consultant? And it's in our catalog on the in the join section.
The compensation.
On the compensation plan grid.
Yeah. What are the requirements for
I don't have my stuff
lead
right.
to go from lead
See,
to
it's so
STAR?
good you're here, huh, Debbie?
I remember from last time I was a consultant, it was 3 frontline, and you had to have 1,000, and they had to keep active at 200.
Okay. I think of the 1,000 requirement, I believe, is for lead.
I think
It's 2,500.
it's 2,500 group, like the team WV, and then 500 PRV, and then 2 active frontline.
Right on. Okay. All right. So you're right on there. So,
Hooray! Did you get that, Lee?
Yes.
okay. So if you have your 500 in,
Not if, you will.
when you
I
have
will.
when you have your 500 here in, plus you have 2 frontline, plus 3 more that you've added. So you now have 5. So you have 5 frontline instead of 2. So you've met the 500 and you have more than 2 frontline. If all of your sales combined are $2,500 in GWB,
Then you would rank advanced to STAR, and that's 2,000 points.
2,000 points for a rank advancement. So November is usually our biggest rank advancement month. So we're going to put that in there. That group of people is going to sell 2,500 GWB for the upcoming December holiday season, and that would be the month that you might rank advance. Of course, it happens in December a lot of times too. Okay, so let's do.
I got to add this just because with that many people, and if you're training them to do sensational start level 2 or 3, Lee, chances are they might get bit and they might sponsor someone. So if they're sponsoring someone, that's adding to your group, which is adding to your TWB. You actually could have a possibility of even rank advancing twice this fall and make it to superstar consultant, which would give you another 3,000 points. It's on the table. I just want you to be aware of it. That's the power of sensational start level 2 and 3. Okay?
So we'll come back and look at that once we see what your total numbers are
I just don't want to forget.
see whether that's something to try and push for. Okay, monthly paid at title. So these are points you get for getting paid at lead or above over the course of the incentive period. So as a lead, you would get 300. You would get 300 per month here.
Okay.
Now you have to make sure you're doing lead level numbers, which are what? Having 1 active frontline and 1,000 total GWV between you and your 2 frontline members and the people you're adding to your team and the people they're adding to the team.
Yep.
Okay. Then if you ranked advanced in November, then you would go up to 400 because
Do you see that, Lee?
Yep.
Okay.
Because your title would change here from lead to star. So at star you get 400.
And we're getting all of these points from the Cincy FAQ requirements from the workstation.
Yep.
Just so you know, those of you who are
Right
just
out-
joining us.
Right out of that document.
Okay?
Okay, so the next one is just like PRV consistency. We get being paid at our title or above consistency points. Lee, what are those?
Same as before. If you've paid for this, consistently paid for 5 months out of the 6.
What do you get?
Well, it looks like 2,500 points.
There you go.
And you're going to do that because you're going to make sure that you and your super fun team are making lead and above numbers for 5 out of the 6 months, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now the last category there is just for superstar directors because they can't rank advance, so there's no opportunity for rank advancement points. So as long as when they get paid as superstar director, paid at title, then they get some points for that. So we won't.
How many points, oh, I know it says it right there. How many points are needed, Lee, for you to earn your registration to your Cincy family reunion?
15,000?
Correct.
You got it.
Okay, so now let's scroll down. We have your numbers in. Let's scroll down.
Woo,
and
here's the big fun.
You're at 17.4. Okay.
And see, this was conservative in my opinion from what you said. I think I can do this. This is, let's just shoot for level 1 and 2 sensational start. That's you sponsoring 3 people between now and the end of January and helping them
6 months
get certified or reinstating some non-certified. And of course, then you can obviously grow even more from there to hit the next requirement, which is what? What's the next point tier to earn registration or not registration, but all expense paid incentive trip for you?
Ooh, I'm not sure.
22,000 points.
22.
Okay. 22.
Right. So let's see where you're at towards earning the incentive trip for yourself. You would need another 4,600, okay, to get you there, to get to 22. So where this spreadsheet is nice to work with is now you could go in here and look at this and go, okay, well, I need another 46. Where could I possibly do a little bit more?
So looking at that, Lee, where do you think you could do a little more to stretch your bets out to get the 4,600 points for the next level, if you want the next level?
In my own sales, possibly.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Which would mean maybe.
You bring up a good point. There is another requirement that you can't get all of your points from sales. So which you're fine on, but I want to show that. So let's put the 1,500 in, which is the SFR registration, which is what you had before, and show that you're 2,400 more than you need to earn that. So you're at 17.4. And then you have to have how many in non-PRV points, mean non-sales points, you have to have in order to earn SFR.
That's right, Jennifer.
Why can't I find any of my paperwork today?
Yeah. So I'll get it for you. So it's 3,000. You have 13,700. So you're well over the non-PRV. So you can definitely do more PRV points and not have to worry about that you're at not going to make the number.
And you guys, let's look at this picture when we're saying, oh, well, I could just try to get more PRV. Think about that. That could be one more party a month. That's one more social or share.
Right.
One more PRV generating event, putting yourself out there, doing a fundraiser or doing some kind of bazaar or setting up your own table or doing a church event or doing a share at a coffee shop. Whatever it is, generate PRV, because the only way it's going to happen is if you put yourself out there and get the scents under their noses. It's not going to be you just posting, hey, I want to put in an order. Who wants to save shipping? I have an order going in tonight. Who wants to, put in an order? This is a purposely put yourself out there PRV live event. And when I say live, we can do Facebook Live. You can do live in your home. You can do live at their home. Why would we want to do it live? What is the power in our live shares? Somehow. Anybody?
We're interacting with our host and with.
Yeah.
You said you Nicole, repeat that.
You're actually getting to be face to face and interact with your host and with their friends and their family.
You're meeting more people and you're having that energy, whether it is live touching them or live on the camera. Your host is going to be doing all this great work to build your network, your connections. So go crazy with your host coaching so you can build your network and try your guts out to constantly get a party booked from a party or an event booked from an event somehow. Fundraisers, I think a lot of people take that for granted, that they're not trying to get parties booked or events booked or sponsors from them. They just go out and try to give money back to the organization, where there's a way, where there's a will for us to figure out how to get contact information for follow-up or even rewards and gifts and prizes to those who get the most parties booked, etc. So those are just options I want to throw on the table that you have control over, but only if you do it, not just hope for it and say it.
So we're going to be sharing a lot of ideas about how to book more parties, how to sponsor more people, all of that. That's what our group is going to be all about. So
the SOAR group, the Facebook
group.
It's called Soaring to Success.
Yeah. So let's do this, Lee. Let's say, so the average party is, whether it's a Facebook, social media based party.
What is your average
a home
party, Lee?
Or a, basket drop, whatever. What would you say on average a party is for you, Lee?
In dollars, average party probably 500.
In PRV, how much?
Now I'm trying to work that out.
About 3.
About 300, I think, yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's add one more each month. Can we do that? Okay, one more.
One party each month, which is 300 PRV in Australia. Those of you who are just catching on, we're doing an example with a Region 3 team member.
Okay, and let's say we're able to sponsor one more person here.
Just one more.
One more.
Okay. And then we're going to make sure that that person gets active, and then that person's for sure going to hit at least sensational start. Sorry, I went ahead. At least sensational start level 1, right? So that's conservative, because obviously your goal.
2,500. Another 500 there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So our goal, you guys, this is when I'm coaching and guiding my brand new team members, they don't even know sensational start level 1 and 2. I just say something like, our whole team goes for sensational start level 3, which is this, and I lay down the PRV and the sponsoring is the best way. That's all. They don't know any different. I say our whole team goes to SFR, so start planning now, start saving now. Here's the dates. Our whole team will go to World Tour in February. See, when we say it like that, they're not going to know any different. And if they are shooting for level 3 and they don't earn it, then what might happen? Well, they'll get level 2. But if we set the bar low and they hit it, yeah, you're setting them up for some tasty juiciness, but did you challenge them? Are you going to find out who the cream of your crop is? Are you going to know who's not wanting to do this just for a hobby and who's going to be your next business leader? Not if you don't start challenging them right out of the chute, right? So just keep that in mind too as you're guiding them.
Okay, so what did we do? We added one party a month. We added one new sponsor, one new team member, and them getting sensational start level 1, and them doing their $200 every month in the easiest months of the year to do $200 every month. Okay, so what does that do to our numbers? Let's see how we did.
Bless you.
Hey, we another 1,400. Okay,
woo-hoo.
So
that's 1,400. There's a very numerous ways that you can get the 1,400. It could be helping one of the very first ones rank advance.
Well, if she's earning the 1,000, then isn't she getting more frontline sensational start? She'll get that earlier, or it'll go up another 500 there.
Oh, I added 500 here. Is that what you're saying, Debbie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I added 500 here, and then I added another 100 in each one of these.
However,
so
she said out of those 4 new team members she's sponsoring, 3 of them are going to hit level 1. One of them's going to hit level 2. If she simply helps 2 more of those hit 1 level higher, she'll get it.
Right.
Or get crazy close to it. So, and if she's doing this, Lee, if you're doing this, you're going to rank advance again to to superstar consultant, which is another 3,000 points, which would then actually get you on your way to an all expense paid trip for 2. And when that happens, you dig in.
So I could see, and this is a stretch goal for you, but I could see 2 things that Danette just talked about. It could be an additional rank advancement, right? Because you would have 4 people that you sponsored plus your 2 frontline. So you'd have 6 plus yourself. You'd have 7 in your group. And if any of them added somebody, maybe half of them added 1, then you would have 10 in your group, which would very well put you in position to be able to rank advance to superstar consultant, which is 3,000 points, and then 500 here and 500 here. Now that would be one way, okay? It's another rank advancement, which is very possible given your scenario here. Let's see what that does to your total numbers. Yeah, so you're 1,800 over. The other way that Danette talked about would be these from sensational starts. So if these, the launch parties and the things you were doing working with these new consultants were getting them to higher sensational start levels, then yeah, you could get what you needed in points right here without you even rank advancing, or you might end up getting both of them. Okay? So does that give you some?
So do you have any questions about that? Any of you?
So you can see how going from the 15,000 to the 22,000, and then how you can kind of tweak your effort, your activities, and your goals, and what you need to do each month, and what you need to help, how you need to help your team do what they do, can help drive.
Lee, can you screenshot this for yourself?
I have written it down on my sheet.
Perfect.
Okay.
Because then what you guys will want to do, like we said at the beginning, if you want to be a part of our Soaring to Success group, simple, ordinary activities, repeated group, then all it takes as your requirement is you got to share this trip tracking projection on Team Talk, or you can PM it to one of us, or PM your director or superstar director and ask them to get it to us if you don't want everyone to see it. But that's what it takes. Then we'll add you. And then right when you get on, we just want you to do a real quick intro video of yourself. And then our plan is every week, just like we did last year, once a week, we'll do some kind of Zoom. It's recorded. Their tips, their tricks, their ideas. Every single day, something is shared on this Facebook group, on this incentive SOAR group, that gives you some kind of guidance and insurance and assurance, and just kind of keeps all of us in the groove and the mojo going, and constantly gives us some of the things that have been working, so we don't all have to start from scratch and reinvent the wheel.
We want to do one more?
Yeah, do you have time?
Yeah, so let's do one more. It's way faster now that we're all on the same page, significantly faster. Let's do one more.
Who would like to do it real quick? We could use you as an example.
Jennifer smiling.
I can do it if nobody else wants to, but I'd like to see if anybody else would like to do it first.
Cheryl, what about you? Are you feeling brave? Debbie, feeling brave?
Until I get my stuff and get like in the groove, then I can't do it. I can't see it. I mean, I can fake it, but it's going to look like Lee's.
Well, and the idea is for you to understand generally, and that's what this training is about, is just kind of understand generally how the numbers work, and then give yourself I call it sitting on the bench from SFR, go sit on that bench and contemplate what you want to accomplish with your business this fall, and then put points to it. Now that you know how to put points to it and see where you're at in earning the incentive trip. Reality is a lot of people, they don't even try because it feels like it's unattainable. And then once they put their numbers down on paper or in a spreadsheet like this, and they go, oh, well, wait a minute. Yeah, I'd have to work at it. I might have to stretch myself a little bit, but it's possible. I want to step out of my comfort zone and go do it. So, that's very, very normal. So, and
Debbie, when you, just so you guys know too, Debbie just came back to Cincy after all this time. Woo, woo.
Welcome home.
Yeah, so I can, I love that. Welcome home.
Well, that's a bar.
We can walk you through it when you get your kit and all of that. And the sooner we do it, the better, because then we can start, moving towards whatever your goal would be. Okay. How about you, Cheryl? I muted you, so you need to unmute yourself. And there's a little tiny microphone on the bottom left of your screen, I believe, that you can click on to unmute yourself. Or you can nod. Are you up for it? All right, then. Do you have your trip tracker sheet? I'm going to unmute you.
All right, hold on just a second, Cheryl. Okay, you're unmuted, so we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't have anything printed out. I just started looking at this, so I'm just here to learn what I can do.
Okay, all right, Jennifer, I guess you're up.
Woo, woo. Yep.
So we're going to remute you again, Cheryl. And Jennifer, why don't you give us your numbers, and then we can plug them in, and then everybody can get a quick view of how it works. I know you're kind of a master at all this stuff already, so.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes.
Tell us your plans and how you're going to earn the incentive trip, and then let's put numbers to it.
So I've decided that I want to try to get to the top 100, which I've never done before.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what that goal number is because, of course, that changes. So I just made a goal of 50,000 or more points as like an estimate number.
Holy cow. Okay. Excellent.
And the reason I'm doing this is because my husband was deployed for the last trip and he'll be back for this one. So I'd like to take him. I'd like him to get to choose where we get to go. So
okay. Do you have a
that's
preference?
why I'm doing this. It's not because I'm crazy, because these numbers are insane for me. I'm really stretchy pantsing this.
So proud.
So is there one of those places in particular that you would pick if you could pick any one?
New Zealand is the one he wants to go to. So
New Zealand.
So this is fun. So keep this in mind, you guys. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So keep in mind that the more points you earn, the more chances you have to select that next tier of incentive. So for example, if you hit the 35,000,
that's the minimum,
which is for all expenses paid for two, then what Cincy will do is, in order of points, excluding the top 100, of course, according to how many points you have will be the order that you get to start picking trips that may not have been selected. So for example, region 1, our trip is Marco Island, Florida. To earn it for all expenses trip for two, it's 35,000 points. Well, if we don't really want to go to Marco Island because we love the idea of New Zealand or Switzerland, then you're going to want more points to give you the next option if any of the top tier people didn't want to go to New Zealand or Switzerland. Because the Australians may not want to go to New Zealand because it's a hop, skip, and a jump over the pond for them. And they might want to come to SFR, or they might want to go to America. So they might want to choose Florida. And then if they choose that, then that leaves that spot. So you get the idea.
Okay, so obviously the higher your number, the better chances of you being in the top 100. So you're gonna put that bar at 50,000. So how did you get to 50? How are you gonna get to 50,000? Oh wait, yeah, let me change the name.
Jennifer, where did you? Yeah, tell us how you even came about 50,000.
Like, where did I come up with that number?
Yeah.
Well, I asked a couple. I asked a couple other friends and people above me that I know have made the top 100 in past trips, and just got an estimate of what they had gotten over the number, and kind of just played off of that.
Excellent.
And then realistically, what I thought I could do. I think mine go up a little higher than 50,000, but that was where I need a number to put in there for me. So
what is your current title?
Director.
Okay.
See, so I love how you did your little bit of research. You didn't just pull that right out of the hat. You thought, wow, okay, if I'm going to be the top 100, I want to find out what prior history has told me, which is brilliant. And Lee, this is something you could do if you're doubting yourself or you're excited or whatever. You can go to your, I mean, this is what I have up right now on the computer is your guys' numbers from last year. So it's kind of fun to be able to go to your performance tab and see, well, is that realistic? Well, what did I do in September of 2018? Oh, I mean, in 2017. Oh, see, so it's kind of nice for you to go back to that prior history to look and see where you really were. Is that, if that is typical.
All right, there's the numbers at me, Jennifer.
Hi, Monique.
Okay, so
Hi.
in August they said I was going to do 2,000.
Okay, 2,000 in August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, September.
3,000 in September.
Okay,
4,000 in November.
October.
Oh, sorry, 3,000 in October. I'm sorry, I skipped a month. My bad.
No problem.
4,000 in November. I'm sorry. Yep, and then 3,000 in December, and then January I did 2,000.
Okay, so you're showing a total of 17,000 then in PRV.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to get those 2,500 points there for 500 or more.
Okay.
And then what I did was, so for frontline certified, I gave myself credit in the month that they joined just so I wouldn't get confused.
Okay, that's simple.
So my goal was to get 3 people to join in August. Now, they might not necessarily get certified in August, but I went ahead and gave myself credit for those 3, well, for all 3 of them. So that's 1,500 points.
Well, I'm with you. Okay, and then 300 here.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I did the same, actually did the same thing. So 1,500 for September for 3 people to join and get certified sometime before the end of the year. Does that make sense? I know that's confusing, but that was how I had to see it.
Yeah, you know, that's, you
Logical.
just got, it's logical. You just got to estimate anyway.
Yeah,
So that's good.
you got to guesstimate and project. That's good. And you know you better than anybody. That's why this needs to be done individually, like you're doing. That's awesome.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Yeah. I did this over 3 people. No, December 3 people certified, and then January I only gave myself credit for 2 because they have a lot less time.
Okay, hold on. You moved.
So I'm sorry. So that goes October 1,500.
3 more in October.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which gives me, if they all do 200 more, that's 900 points.
Yep.
And then 1,500 for November.
You're looking at 3 new team members per month.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Except for January.
Yep.
That's 1,200.
So same here for December.
Yep.
Okay.
And December's a shorter month for those of you who are new, because usually it's around.
And then so January I only gave myself credit for 2 people, only because they have less time to get certified. They only have 1 month to get certified, so I only gave myself a credit for 1,000 there.
Okay. And what did you
And
have
then
here then?
17.
17?
17.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Everybody follow that. So this is everybody doing their 200 per month. That's new on. So
The
she's
200 PRV.
the 200 PRV. So she's getting the active points, and then as her people are getting certified, then she's getting the 500 certified points per new team member that she's sponsoring. Okay. All right. So what did you come up with for them earning sensational start points?
Oh, where am I at? So I was being on a little lower end on, so I just said those 3 people that join in August will get at least level 1, so that's 1,500 points.
Okay. Yep, right there. Okay.
And then September, it would be all 3 of them would get at least level 1, so that's 1,500 points.
Okay.
October, November, I was hoping, because they're bigger months, I gave them all level 2, so that's 3,000 each of those months.
Okay, so see her logic there. October and November are bigger months. You'll notice her PRV numbers are big, a little bit bigger or comparable in October, November. That's good logic.
And then I went back to 1,500 points in December. So that's all three of them getting level 1 again.
Okay, and December is a shorter month.
Yep, and I only added 2 people, so that's them each, and they have a lot less time. So
Correct. So less time.
they have to do it all shorter, but I'm already aiming for them to at least get certified. So yeah, I did go ahead and give them level 1, which is each, so that's 500 each, which is 1,000. That's a little bit of a reach, but I told you I'm pushing a little harder this time.
Yep. Yeah. You got to dream a little bit and push. So yep. Okay. Good.
So I probably won't get any personal promotion. I don't have. My next would have to get 2 directors underneath me, and I only have 1 frontline that's even on route there. So I just gave myself 0s every month for that.
Okay. So, but let me also suggest this. So, and the same with you, Lee. By adding those team members in this incentive period, and for you, Jennifer, for sure as well, with all of them you're planning on adding, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for next year's incentive trip with all of that, with your team growing and with the bigger team, where next year you will likely be in position to rank advance from director to star director. And how many points do you get for that?
Oh, I had it pulled up.
I think
it's 3,000?
8,000, I believe.
8,000. Oh yeah, 8,000.
So you're setting yourself up. So yeah, this year you don't get that extra bonus, but next year the criteria is almost always the same. Next year, more than likely, you're going to be in a very nice position. Not only is your business going to be rocking, you're going to be making more money from your Scentsy business, but you're going to be in position to get another 8,000 points that you didn't have this year, which is going to make it that much easier for you to reach your goal of whatever you want to accomplish for the incentive trip next year. So this is foundational building. This is building foundation for the future. Yes. Yes. Okay, great. So no personal promotion points. All right, paid at title points. What do you get at director?
Paid at 800 each month. My internet's acting funny, so hopefully that doesn't bug me out.
Okay, so if you got paid at title each 5 out of those 6 months, you would get the 2,500 consistency bonus points, and you would have a total of 53,000 points. So even a little bit of buffer in there.
Well, and I wanted that buffer because I've never recruited that many people before.
Gotcha.
So I wanted a buffer.
Yep, and you don't know what they're going to do. So, even if you come in at 40,000, wouldn't you think this is just going to be a massive celebration for you? I mean, what you accomplished, just really incredible. You're looking at trying to do this fall really incredible. So we're here to cheer you on, give you ideas, motivate, all of that. So we're excited for you.
And Jennifer, of all people, you can do it because you have the purpose and the vision. You really want it.
And a plan now. You've
come up with a great plan and you're thinking through it. And the beautiful thing is it's been done before. So it's not like we're looking at this going, it is impossible, because we all know that some people are they've gotten 80 to 90 to over 100,000 points. So we know as a human soul that it's not impossible. So somebody's doing it. It's been done. Why not you? Because there's nothing they got over you. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's an exciting stretch goal.
I know it's
well, and then something else, and you guys might have mentioned this when I was distracted with my kids, but 3,000 isn't a crazy stretch for me, but I ended up breaking that down to like how many parties I would need. So make sure you guys do that too. Even if your goal is $500, $800 a month, figure out what your average party is and figure out how many parties you need to have each month. Yep. And make sure you have those on the books. Like push You know what I mean? Like, that's what I did. I knew that I needed, you know, from 4 to 10 parties. So I just am aiming for 8 parties, at least minimum every month. So I know I have that PRV covered.
Yeah.
So brilliant.
Excellent. So what on here gives you pause, or you just kind of go, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this?
For me, I'm a little stressed out about those recruits.
Okay, the sponsoring side of it. Okay.
Yeah, so what
I've
if,
never been a huge recruiter.
Oh, you muted.
Say that one more time.
Oh, so,
no, I was going to say, so what if on the SOAR group, we highlight sponsoring and more sponsoring and the objectives to overcome and how to invite the conversation and how to meet somebody and then how to follow up with them and how do we keep track of their information and it's not us, but I mean there's so many resources out there. We understand it, we get it. Sponsoring is a big challenge. We don't have as much control over sponsoring for the most part in our psyche as we do when we can try to go get parties booked and sales. There's a comfort there.
so you have a higher degree of confidence in doing your PRV numbers, correct?
Yeah.
And you're going to drive that through parties. So have you thought about things, and we'll talk about things like this all the time, every day, and in our trainings on the SOAR group, but like Cincy now has the earn the kit, right? You can earn your kit through somebody's party. So you get the PRV and a team member from the earn the kit approach. So if booking parties is a strength of yours, doing the parties is your strength of yours, then the next step for you is then how can I transition maybe that into an earn the kit opportunity, along with all the other sponsoring things that will tips and tricks that we'll talk about in the SOAR group. So
because one thing to look at, Jennifer, if you could, how many parties total would all of this PRV, the 17,000 PRV take for you on average? About?
Per month?
Oh, per month? No. I mean, I'm aiming for 6 to 8 per month, but I don't.
Yeah.
Well, that's 6 per month, that's 36, right?
30, yeah, I was like, I don't have to write down. Sorry, I gotta do math.
No, that's okay, because my thought is, if you're going to be doing 36 parties, then you want to be in that visual. Well, shoot for a third of them being sponsored at minimum, and then half of them would be 18. Because you're going to gift them the party, and you go in with that mindset. Are you following me?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So you can gift them through the.
That's all stepping out of my comfort zone. So I know Lee was talking about her, like, that's my comfort zone. So that's what I've been forcing myself to do this month, and obviously. So yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully,
Oh my gosh,
hopefully I get more guests than no. I have to go. I have to go though. I have a team meeting that starts for my team. It starts in 20 minutes. So I gotta go.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. And so anybody, for real, if you want to get anybody together live at your home, even if it's a prospect or somebody that you just don't feel quite comfortable, even though you could do it now because you just went through it twice, holler at us. There's nothing more invigorating. This reminds me of teaching, when there's something that we can break down and teach it or guide it to you, because we've got a system down to where, it's our business. It's our business tracker. It's not our trip tracker. So my goodness, if there's somehow, some way that we can walk you through it, it helps us learn it better, and it will help all of us grow, because you know how we read something one day and the next day, wait, that doesn't make sense, but when we have each other, that's the beautiful thing, is you're not in this for yourself or by yourself. You're just in it for yourself, but you're going to have all of us, so we can do it with a group, or you ask out loud on the SOAR group if you choose to be a part of that. But we want everybody to at least give yourself that chance by filling out this projection sheet somehow, or any of them, Just put it down in writing. You're going to be so surprised how this is so doable. And nothing would be more fun than for all of Team Stretchy Pants to be on Marco Island with our toes in the sand.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks everyone for being on tonight. We'll see you on the SOAR group, and we'll be doing lots more of these Zoom calls. So we look forward to getting with everybody then.
Simple, ordinary activities repeated.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Mwah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing, Lee. Appreciate that.
No worries.